Welcome to episode 3 of This Old Doom. John Wyatt, Edgar here, still wearing the same shirt. These were all recorded at once. Not all of them, but at least these 3. We'll see how I feel after this. This is already the second time I've had to re-record this episode because I kept dying. So welcome, John Wyatt, Edgar, This Old Doom. We're going through every classic Doom 2 level, and assessing them as potential real estate properties, either for commercial, retail, or other personal use. Maybe an Airbnb, Verbo situation. Is that the other one? Verbo? I don't know. Anyway, here we are. This is Toxin Refinery. We went through the nuclear plant last time. So, of course, when you creating power, there's waste products. So let's refine them into better products. Or not. First, we have to clean the map of all of its faults, monsters and items alike. No one likes clutter when they're staging for furniture and guests, potential open house clientele, and other curious community members. I need to make sure I pick up every item and destroy every barrel. Those count as monsters. To make this value go up, that you can see is still pretty low for something this size. Obviously, it's got this would be a very nice pool area, an indoor pool. Could be a lot of things, but that's probably the first thing I would think of. 2 things. Number 1, that is poison. So don't make this a pool without addressing that first. I would advise probably complete removal of the existing poison, several rounds of cleaning, and maybe a repainting as well. So that's number 1. Number 2, if you put like a diving board here, just beware that a bridge flies out of here at some point. That's a spoiler. We're going to see that. It's very, very cool. That'll be here shortly. Let's pick up all the trash and barrels. Yep. Can't really do much about the corpses. I should have modded those out of here. Anyway, let's go to the western wing of the household. We'll be greeted unceremoniously by several irate members of the community who die very easily to my standard gun bullets, being that we're doing all these levels with a pistol start, even though I've made the enemy super weak to pretty much everything. Still got to be careful because I can still do damage, or take damage rather, just like that. And I can't take too much. So I should probably grab some armor there. That's better. That makes me feel a lot better. Nice little alcove here for guests, potentially unruly ones. And you can hear a lot of sounds coming from down here. Obviously, there's a soul sphere there. There's also a little window here, which I always thought was a neat little part of this map. We'll come back to where that leads shortly. First, let's go down beautiful hallway here to another outdoor pool entertainment area. I guess this would be the outdoor pool, with maybe a hot tub in the middle of it, or a smaller pool. No, it's neither, because you can actually go down here, and this, much like a leaf in a kitchen dining room table, expands this area out very, very nicely. Grab a couple more items here. This is our first, I believe, level with the pink demon things. Another change I made to make it easier on myself is I removed the invisibility from the specters, which are otherwise completely identical to demons from a monster standpoint in the game. So you'll notice that we won't be seeing any invisible, I say that because they're not really demons in this game. So now that we're done here, we obviously have the blue key, which would take us to the eastern wing. But there's a couple other things we can do here. So first thing I'm going to do... Actually, yeah, first thing I'm going to do is go down here. We're going to hit this switch. Or a door. This. So a lot of those sounds we were hearing coming from in here. And this little area is actually pretty significant in a lot of ways. I would say this is one of the more interesting areas in the game. And there's a few reasons why. I mean, obviously, this is a secret area that leads to multiple... Well, I misspoke. This is not a secret area technically, but it leads to several of them that have kind of unorthodox ways of accessing them. But also, what I find the most fascinating about this level is that you get a key in this level, and I just picked it up, the yellow key, that serves no actual purpose in beating the level, and that's rare. You can beat the game or beat this level through either exit, normal or the secret exit, without that yellow key. It literally just leads to more monsters and more items. We will be using it, but I just, it's one of the more fascinating early kind of quirks of level design, I always thought. Let's go ahead and pick up the rocket launcher. We don't want children playing with this in what I could only call like a nice little, crawl space area. We kind of saw here, and I'll show it off again. We had to run up the steps to get access to this kind of cavernous area. Then we had to run back up and wait for that to go down. So we can do the same thing here. This is going to loop around. We do have to take a little bit of damage, and this is now with all the various water entry points, or it's almost like a Frank Lloyd Wright falling water type architecture we've stumbled upon here on the moon of Phobos. Maybe not quite, but still kind of fun to think about. There's our chain gun. Hello. But yeah, as we're coming around here, killing everything, you've seen now that based on our exploration that this bridge that I alluded to earlier is now up and running. It's functional. That will actually lead us to the secret part of the map and the secret level. We will go there and explore that. But first, since we're here, let's take care of everything here first. Because I'm going to have to backtrack here anyway. So, I'm fine. Like, if I miss something here, like, I'm going to have to come back anyway, so I have another chance to get it. It may not make sense to you, but this is not a speed run. Believe me, if it was, you can find a much better version of it on the internet. I am using the GZ Doom source port for this and my own custom mod. Just in case you notice some of the quirks, like me looking up and down, being able to jump. I think the Bethesda Kex port has a lot of these features, but maybe not the jumping. But I think it has the looking up. Not sure about the aiming. Really don't know. Anywho, so that leads to the exit of the level. But you heard something when I walked out here, and you hear something again. Oh, that wall opened up. This wall, another fascinating thing. It can be opened automatically and manually, and that's something that I think is kind of unique early on. Go through here. Here, our first little friend up here. There's going to be a few more in yet another unique area. Really, this level, as far as episode, is probably one of them. I'll admit. I've always kind of been captivated by it, and to think that we could get, at the minimum, $1.6 million for it is a very nice feeling. The monsters here can actually not cross that dark line where the shadow's drawn, so they kind of stay there and just pick them off. You can't access that area normally in any way, which brings me to another thing that I did for this mod. Was I removed item drops from enemies. In this game, you have the zombie and the shotgun guy dropping a clip and a shotgun, respectively. We've removed that so that if I kill something and it's out of range and I can't get to it, I don't have to do like a kill confirm type situation where I pick up its gun and what have you. So back up here real quick, just to mention, this is the yellow door. This is that yellow key that I said was completely optional. We didn't need it for anything. This is where it led. So you can obviously see why we didn't technically need it to complete the level, because this is the dead end. Nothing but helpful items and a few monsters, but nothing that we absolutely need. So now that we've cleared out that, kind of traditional final area of the level, let's go to the secret part. So I mentioned this bridge that goes over kind of the greenish pool. We're going to see a lot of automatic doors. Just imagine, like, it's kind of like almost like a Starship Enterprise, or perhaps like a sliding grocery door or grocery store front door situation. That's what you're seeing here. A lot of automatic doors. And there is our little window that we looked down here earlier. So maybe this is, you know, like a man cave type thing, but you know, your spouse can still kind of look in on you just enough to make you feel uncomfortable and look over your shoulder. Yeah, probably a good setup. So this area here will take you to the secret level. We will not be doing that next. Instead, we will be doing the traditional level after this, which will be command control. So I'm going to go ahead and walk towards the normal exit of this stage right now. So you can see our market price, a little over 2.1 mil. I think that's pretty fair. You've got a lot of versatility and a lot of really one-of-a-kind architecture points as far as early Doom maps go. You have 2 exits. But most importantly, you have a lot of room for fun things, entertaining, and also potential pools. So, yeah, 2.1 million. If it's in your budget, I highly recommend that you check it out. Again, this is a video game that I'm just adding another layer of weirdness to. I don't care about part-time because this isn't a speed run. Anyway, that was this old Doom. We went through the Toxin Refinery, and next time we will go through command control, and we'll see if it lives up to the expectations that we will surely give it within the first 30 seconds of the episode. So I'll see you then, and thank you for joining me.